Hey guys, it's Linda coming to you mostly barefaced today because we are doing another foundation review. This one is on the Colourpop No Filter Foundation. I've seen reviews of this all over YouTube and you guys probably have too, but it's one that I really wanted to try, not just because of the price point, not just because of the fact that Colourpop is a cruelty-free brand, but also the fact that when I saw this reviewed by other people, they were raving about it, saying how amazing it is, and I just really wanted to test it for myself. I guess something in my teeth. So this will be similar to my other foundation reviews where I'm gonna break down packaging and shipping, return policy. I'm gonna compare it with other foundations on the market, and then I'm gonna do an application and a wear test and then give you my final thoughts. I am gonna try to keep this one a bit shorter than the other ones have been because I know that they tend to go on. So as always, there will be timestamps below so you can skip right to any portion. Before we get into this review, please give this video a big thumbs up if you like foundation reviews, if you like product reviews in depth in general. Subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and smash that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Now let's get right into this. So if there's one thing that I am admittedly notoriously bad at, it is picking foundation shades. So when I bought these, I bought 4 colors. I actually bought 3 in my first round and then I got them and I'm pretty sure just from holding them up to my arm they might be too light, so I got a 4th, but we'll see. I might be doing some sort of Frankenstein-esque cocktail with these. I will say that in regards to shipping and packaging, these were shipped to me very quickly. I just did the basic shipping. They came very safe, you know, wrapped very nicely. And as always, Colourpop likes to put these little notes in there. This one, you're a peach. These are adorable. But it's little touches like this that really do make me enjoy a company and purchasing from them. Colourpop is, of course, a cruelty-free brand as well. Now, as far as Colourpop's return policy, I do want to read you directly from their website. Unfortunately, due to the low-cost nature of our products, we are unable to offer refunds, returns, or exchanges. All sales are final. Colourpop reserves the right to refuse any returns at any time. So I am thinking though that maybe if your item arrives broken or something like that, that they might be willing to work with you, but it's not like you can say, hey, this shade doesn't match me, I want to exchange it for another. That doesn't work. Colourpop does keep their prices very low, so I do understand this. I don't love it because I would love to be able to exchange if I have a problem with the color or anything like that, but I do understand it. Now let's talk about price breakdown. As always, I'm going to put a chart right here on the screen so you can see a comparison between different foundations in the market right now. The Colourpop foundation is 0.85 ounces per bottle, and I feel like most other foundations are 1 fluid ounce per bottle. So there is slightly less in this bottle than in regular foundations, but as you can see, the price point is so low that it's almost irresistible. I really do hope this foundation holds up because that price is just godly. Now, my normal foundation, which is the Becca Aqua Luminous, is $44 for a fluid ounce, 44, whereas with the Colourpop foundation, it is 12. The bottles themselves are glass and they come with a pump, which I do appreciate. My favorite kinds are the squeezy tubes where you can get every little last bit out of there rather than, you know, maybe having to turn this upside down and scraping it, but I do like the packaging on this. Similar to their Luxe lipsticks, there are also stars all over the bottle, so it's super cute. Yeah, as you can see, this color is likely way too light for me, so I'm gonna show you the 4 colors that I bought. Fair 35, Light 45, Light 60, Light 75. I am thinking Light 75 is either going to be a match or it's gonna be a hair dark. I might mix it with some Light 60. Actually, Light 60 might be good. So let's try Light 60 first and see how we feel about it. Now, these are supposed to offer a completely matte look. I will say that I am not a fan of completely matte foundations. However, many of the reviews I saw listed this not so much as a matte, but as a satin finish. Still though, I am going to treat this as I would any other foundation. I already have all of my skincare on, and lately during the summer, I've been putting like 1 to 2 drops of the Cover FX Custom Enhancing Drops on my face to offer a glow from underneath of any foundation, so I'm gonna do the same as I would normally. Get it into my hair too. Now I'm gonna have shiny, fabulous hair. Shit. You can see this doesn't really add any color or coverage, but it does just add a nice glow to the skin so that it can shine through a bit. As far as application, I'm going to try 1/2 of my face using a beauty blender and the other half using my normal foundation brush, which is the Morphe M439. This side will be buffed in, this side will be tapped in. We will see. This just feels good. This color doesn't look bad. This is the Light 60. So let's see this side. Okay, you guys know I'm a light sheer coverage girl, so this looks kind of hardcore. Cross your fingers. Actually, with one pump, the foundation does sheer out nicely. I was a little worried there at first, and it is definitely not a matte coverage because even in the areas where I did not apply the Cover FX drops, you can see that there is sort of a natural glow coming through. Now, a lot of that could be from using the Beauty Blender. I'm curious to see if I have the same reaction when I use the brush. Coverage is actually beautiful. So now let's try the brush. I'm gonna put one pump on the brush, same exact amount I used on the other side. Switch the mirror. So I definitely prefer the coverage with the Beauty Blender. I feel like it melts it more into the skin. This sort of looks like it's sitting on top of the skin and it feels tackier, whereas this side doesn't feel as tacky. It feels like it's gone more into the skin and looks like skin. I'm gonna go ahead and pat this side in a little more with the Beauty Blender. I will say that if you are looking for a heavier, more full coverage foundation, you can put it on with a brush and it does layer nicely. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but the shine is coming through a lot more on the side where I only used a Beauty Blender as opposed to the side where I used the brush. So this side definitely looks more matte. It still is a satiny finish, whereas this side almost looks dewy. There's the shine coming through there. I don't know if you're able to see it, whereas this side is just pretty much matte. Let's do the up close look. Now I have no concealer on, but again, as you can see, there is still a glow coming through on this side and the coverage is beautiful. I definitely prefer this side with the Beauty Blender. The coverage covered up any discoloration I had on my skin, even a couple of fine lines, but I can still see my freckles shining through, things like that. This side is definitely more full coverage, definitely more foundation-y. And again, a lot of people love that. It is just not my cup of tea. I prefer to be able to see skin rather than makeup. I do, however, think that light 60 is a pretty good match for me. We're just in the beginning of summer and I'm going out a lot, so hopefully I'm gonna get maybe a little color, even though I do wear SPF 50 every day. But so it'll be nice to have a darker one on hand and also lighter on hand for winter time. Now I'm gonna go apply the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, I did the rest of my face. I actually kept my makeup pretty simple today. The heat index outside is 92 degrees and it is only 10:30 in the morning, so it's only gonna get hotter and sweatier from here. I did put on a shit ton of highlighter today. Now I usually do put on a decent amount of highlighter, but I definitely put on more because this foundation is a lot more matte than I'm used to. So again, it is 10:30 in the morning. I am going to be filming a bunch of videos today. I'm gonna be going out to lunch. I might take a nap. Let's be honest, I'm probably gonna take a nap. And I will come back later on tonight and let you know my final thoughts. My first impressions, I do have to say, again, as somebody who is a sheer coverage, dewy foundation girl, this is a little out of my comfort zone. But with that being said, I am always looking for a foundation that I can wear on nights out or when I, expect to be taking pictures or things like that. Something that's like a scotch more full coverage, but not cake face, because full coverage is not for me at all. This is a good happy medium for me. I can still see my skin through this. I can still see my freckles. It does not feel like I'm wearing a mask, and it took only about 1 3/4 pumps to cover my whole face with the coverage that I like it. Again, there is a bit of glow coming through. I didn't apply highlighter down here and you can still see that my skin is coming through. So far, I am pretty impressed. I'm not 100% blown away, but I do like this so far. I'm gonna come back at the end of the day and let you know my final thoughts. Okay, so it's 2 p.m. This has been on for about 3.5 hours, and I wanna talk about a possible user error right off the bat. So when I originally put on the foundation, I caked on the highlighter. I really did, because I really wanted that glow to come through and everything like that. But it is so hot out that the sweat or natural oils from my face combined with the highlighter is kind of making me look a little less dewy and a little more greaseball. As for how the foundation itself is holding up, it is holding up beautifully for the most part. It has stayed consistent. It's not breaking up in any areas. It looks flawless. It looks completely flawless. Like, there's no other word. There definitely is, like I said, a lot more shine, but again, I believe that's a user error. So gonna check back in with you guys at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to take a nap. I'm gonna try to do it on my back so I don't mess this up. but I am tired, and this is sort of like one of my last vacation days right now. So, okay, real quick story though. I just went out to lunch with one of my friends, which is why my lipstick is completely messed up because I tried to eat a sandwich with red lips. This little girl over at the table next to me, I'm gonna guess she was 9, 10 years old tops. She just kept kind of looking over me and then looking back and then looking over me and looking back. And I was like, the fuck, do I have like boogies or something coming out? So she leans over to me at one point and goes, excuse me. I said, yes. And she goes, I just have to tell you, your earrings are very beautiful today. I legit almost burst into tears because when compliments come from kids, it feels so much more real, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't feel as, I'm not saying that adult compliments feel fake or something like that, but a kid, they're not gonna compliment you out of the blue for no reason. They're gonna do it because they really want to, and I was just like, thank you. And then I looked at her mom and I was shooting her vibes that I hope she was getting of like, you've done a good job parenting. You've done a good job, Mom. You've done a good job. Anyway, that like made my afternoon. So, okay, I'll check in with you guys later. I'm going to sleep. Taking my lipstick off and then going to sleep. Bye. Okay, excuse how crazy I look right now, but it's a bit after 8 p.m. So this foundation has been on for almost 10 hours now. Let's zoom you in and we'll take a look. So in my opinion, this foundation wore away very nicely and evenly. I don't necessarily expect foundation to stay on my face for 10 straight hours without powdering or touching up or things like that. A lot of people do. They expect it to look the same. I expect it to wear away evenly. I don't want to see that my nose has no foundation on it, but my cheeks are covered, or my forehead is gone, but my chin is covered, you know, things like that. I think this wore very nicely. The glow is still coming through in my skin, but yet there is still some semblance of coverage here. So, real talk, I almost didn't want to like this foundation. And the reason being because a lot of my first impressions, I'm very well aware that I'm like, this is actually a great product. And just once, I kind of want to be like, nope, this thing sucks, so don't waste your time. But I really like it. I could actually see this being my new daily foundation on days where I'm just going into my office and, you know, doing work at the computer, not for days where I'm being more active or where I'm gonna be outside for a lot of the day because it is so hot in Maryland right now. But for regular days, I think this looks beautiful still. I went out today. I pulled some weeds today in my garden. I went shopping. I went out to lunch. I took a damn nap. Like, I did a whole lot of stuff today, and I think that this still looks pretty dang good. So what do you guys think? Comment down below. Tell me if you've tried this foundation and what you think. Tell me if you like the finish of it or the best way you apply it, things like that. I want to keep trying this. I don't even know if I'm going to keep all 4 colors that I bought, but I might just, because maybe this will be something amazing for the winter time. Who knows? But we shall see. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate any time that you come and sit with me through these longer videos where, you know, I go more in depth about product reviews, because at the end of the day, I just want you guys to be able to save your money and spend it on what matters to you and what will be good for you. That's it. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Those are all GlitterFallout. You're super freaking rock stars. Why couldn't I do my horns there? I was like, you're rock stars. No, rock stars, Linda. You're super rock stars. I love you with my whole heart, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.